Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. Praises be to God. Glory be to God each and every day as we grow forward for a better way. I saw some beautiful things when I was in the motherland. I was able to walk around and see people everywhere. It's just so full of people. It's not modern like it is over here. People live in villages. They have little makeshift restaurants. I put a picture up there so you can see it. And what I was surprised to see, and I did see when I was there, I saw a Caucasian in the village, Caucasian queen, and I saw an Arab king, and I saw a Caucasian king. And they were, the people around them, they were all friendly. Everybody got along. They were all, in the grocery store. Around the grocery store, they laughing and chit-chatting and talking. I'm telling you something. Monsters don't come out of Africa. Monsters come out of everywhere. It's bad people everywhere. How safe do you feel walking down the street? Really, how safe do you feel? Oppression comes from everywhere. Oppression can even come in an animal. Evil can be driven by an animal. An animal can be out to kill a pet, a dog. You going walking. Here come a dog at you. I'm telling you something. Honey, God was with me. Because I don't go walking in the neighborhood. That's the reason. One of the reasons I don't go walking is because of dogs. Stray dogs. People don't take care of their dogs, and here come dogs. But the dogs that I have ran into, praise God, have been good dogs. Because people have just I've been in the park sitting there, and somebody just walked their dog up to me, and I just pet their dog. Pet them there, pet them all. Pat them in the head, and talk to them. Sweet dogs. But I'm telling you, some bad dogs, and these bad dogs can be driven by evil, by bad people. So see, evil jumps off in folks, just like that cat that was here. That cat was driven by evil. That cat was here doing some evil things. That cat tried to trip me that day running to that window. I thought I was laughing about it that day when I told you, way back when in the testimony, when I told you about the cat running to the window because the car with the loud muffler went by. He knew what that was. He didn't have to run up to the window, but he ran between my legs and, almost tripped me, but I caught myself, and that stuff like that, honey, I'm telling you. That's why my daughter said it feel like it's a movie, because it is. It's just a matter of time before I reach Mr. Spike Lee or Mr. Tyler Perry, because we know who the have and the have-nots are. And so we getting ready to come to America for real. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Just got to throw that out there. You don't just want to throw that out there. Africa is a beautiful place. It really is. It's just, scam, corruption, different things that go on everywhere. And sometimes the evil is so big and bold, it can just be more prevalent. But it ain't relevant. It could be more prevalent. You just want to be out there, just everywhere. So, it's soaked in over here, but it ain't quite so soaked in over here. See, because we got white collar, we got white privilege, we got that, going on. We got oppression over here that seeps in over here. See, all races are critical. That is no theory. All races are critical. We are all one human race, so we need to look evil in its face. What we need to do is get on the counteract, get on the defense, turn around now, get on the defense. Just like Michael Jordan told Magic Johnson, let's go one-on-one. I'm ready. He got on the defense, but Magic Johnson came back with some love, started laughing. Okay, so that's what we got to do. We got to get on the defense of this evil. We got to throw back some love on him. Magic knows, I ain't going up against Mike. He want to be like Mike, but not like that. He ain't going out like that. So he just laughed it off. Throw some love on him. And then Michael Jones, all right, Leah, we can take a picture now. That was cute. Yeah, that was cute. And that's what we gotta do. We gotta throw love. We gotta throw love on the situation. Something going on, just throw some love. You got to control you. Don't let nobody set off that atomic bomb. We know what it can do. The fool say, I'm sorry, but I got to call it like it is because it was a clown show. Matter of fact, I'm telling you something for real. I was so paranoid and twisted up and worried. Honey, I stopped watching any show. When he stepped up in there and I started watching some different things he was doing, I started paying more attention. Wait a minute, what is he? Wait, daily one? I ain't got time to be. I'm grown. I ain't got time to be no daily woman. I want to see what he doing. We got a daily man over here. He telling the man of North Korea, I got a button bigger than your button. Let's set it off. Wait a minute. Now that's when I started praying, because I didn't know what he getting ready. They talking about they want to set the button off. Who is around him? Who is he talking to? Where is he getting his wisdom from? Is he driven by evil? Is he trying to blow us all up? Is that what he want to do, honey? I started praying to God, and God gave me the breakthrough, honey. I was calling my sons. I was going crazy. I didn't know what this man every day. He was just I'm telling you, he was executive privileging everything going on, pushing people out the way, putting people acting positions to act out evil, down at the border, snatching babies from mamas, babies from papas to never be reunited. What is going on? What kind of policy? I understand we got a crisis at the border. We done had this for years, but we got to sow love. We got to show some kind of love. These people are running from situations. One country can't solve all the world's problems. No, it can't. But we can come together in love. We can sow some kind of love. You see a need in the country. You see what's going on. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. You already see you can take it over. Go in there and lift it up. You already see you can take it over. Go in there and lift it up. Straighten it up for good. Straighten it up for right. Don't straighten it up for war. Don't straighten it up for evil. Don't straighten it up and get it messed up and tore all up. We got blood shed. Come in with love. Because see, you got to think about something. What do you want your legacy to be? Do you want your legacy to be held on evil? To be held on unrighteousness? To be held by greed, selfishness? And then you have to turn and look to God. Because see, that's what Joe Biden did. Joe Biden called on the name of the Lord. What in the Lord's name gives him the right to do this? What in the Lord's name? He called on the name of the Lord. Just like he stood there and said he wanted to end white supremacy. He announced that, and started putting people in there, who acting stuff out in the right way, in a godly way, because they see they held by a man of God. That's the leader who down there trying to corral all this foolishness going on. A woman who in Congress who said some very hateful things to him, a congresswoman, who represent, supposed to represent right under the president, who represent God, the evil things that she said. We grow from here. We grow from here. We sow love. We grow from here. I understand you got a right to protect yourself. You do. You have a right to protect yourself. But in a position of leadership, you hold a role model role. You hold a leadership role. Folks are looking up to you, not just children. Folks are looking up to you. So you have a child sit here and hold a rifle. A child ain't even supposed to be nowhere near no rifle. But you got 3, 4, 5 of them around you holding rifles. Whether they loaded or unloaded. Mistakes happen. Things happen. Bullets don't have eyes. Things happen. Just like bullets don't have eyes down in the community due to the chain of oppression. Our ancestors broke the chain. Now we got to break the chain of oppression. We got to free ourselves from the depression that has us, the anxiety, whatever may be holding on to thee. Hold on to God. Grab a hold of God. God is the solution. God is the answer. God is the way maker daily. You got to put God over all, and God shall be over all in you. That's how you get to the breakthrough. That's how you're going to make it out. That's how you're going to rise up. Because I'm telling you something, we on this soul train, love, peace, and soul. We're going to keep on growing on every day. Going to keep rising in God, kings and queens. We on to a movement. We on to a movement. Love, peace, and soul. The promised land. One king, imagine. One king, dream. That king saw us growing. So love, here we grow. Yesterday was a beautiful day. It was a memory. 2/22/22. We won't have that again. 2/22/22. So here we are. That was the day before yesterday for you, but that was yesterday. Okay, I'll put this for tomorrow. Because see, each day is God's day, and I'm only like maybe a day ahead of thee, because I just like to, I'm moved by the Spirit when to put them out, when to roll them out, it's a daily podcast. But I want you to be lifted no matter what time of day, no matter what day. Be lifted in God. You don't take these episodes and just take them as some love from me. It's just some love coming from me. That's all. It don't matter what day it is. Every day is God's day. To be honest with you, I don't even have a calendar. I don't keep up with days. I really don't. I'm going to have to, though, because I'm getting ready to try to do me some little part-time gig, to help the ends come together, because they ain't coming together right now. They so far apart. They ain't coming together, honey. But we going to get it together as we grow, as we rise, as we lift, and as we sow. Because I'm going to tell you something. The world is not just for the wealthy. The first shall be the last in God, and the last shall be the first in God. I'm telling you, that's the word. That's the word. Take the word and apply it to your life in righteousness, because that's what it is. Righteousness. Get right before you get left. Here at the lighthouse, meditating to gravitate to the Lord. One day, as the glory continues to come, it may be a few hours, but it will be ours to lift the oppressed all over the world, to bring us together as God said we shall be, his children, and he our Father. We have different mothers, but the same Father God. We are one human race. Don't matter your place. Just begin to grow in God. So love, here we stand. Man, woman, boy, and girl. As the world turns, we have one life to live. We are all my children in God. So as we grow these days of our lives, let's not sit by the edge of tomorrow, but let's be bold and beautiful. We are not the young and the restless. Greatness reached over our oppression through wisdom. We are the warriors of God. We are the mighty kings and queens of God. I'm telling you something. Everybody used to be glued to those soap operas, huh? Used to watch those soap operas. I'm telling you, those daytime soap operas back in the day. But they told you right from wrong. You did right. And when that left, when As the World Turns went off, it just took a part of me. It really did. It took a part of me. I cried like a baby when As the World Turns went off. And the chaos and drama, negativity and drama began. I'm telling you, that's when it began. And props to you, Jerry Springer, but I'm telling you, it's time to do some different things. It's time to bring some people together, not time to sow into the confusion. It's time to sow in love, but Jerry Springer came in back then when the soap operas went off, in daytime soap, because people started tuning in to Jerry, not tuning in to the soap operas, and that stuff was seeping in the daytime. It was seeping into the daytime, that nighttime foolishness, throwing chairs and different things at people, and hating and exposing all that hate and evil. But, here come the media exposing all this different stuff, putting all this out there. It was already out there, yes. But look, we was trying to come together. We was at a time of trying to come together. Here comes sowing into this confusion, this chaos, negativity, and drama. That's what we did. Sowed it in. Didn't save it for your mama, because mama knew what to do. Mama knew how to drive it right on out of her household. Wasn't coming up in there. You was coming up in there straight. You was going to be right coming up in mama's house, because mama represented Big Mama. Nana, so love, here we grow in their legacy. In their legacy that they sowed in us. Our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers, those who influenced you, who are not physically with you, but whose spirit and legacy grow with you. So carry that on, pick that up. That ain't resting. It's right around you. But see, you doing you. You all in the way of God, who's trying to do you. You got a block on God. I got this, God. I'm gonna run over here. You going to run to do this. You here, there, and there. You all up in the rat race. But you ain't in the right place. Get in the place with God. Get right there. Let God in there. Start working with God. So see, okay, now, I can't even think of what day it is. Really, I can't. I don't have a calendar. But I'm trying to tell you, it's Wednesday. So this will go tomorrow, Thursday. And the reason I know is Wednesday because my grandbaby get out early. So I'm telling you, honey, it's God's day. It's God's day. It's God's time. It's time to rhyme. It's time to rise. It's time to use your life, your gift to lift those around you, so we can all get the breakthrough, because you're going to have a sweet sauna of love around you. You're going to sow the seeds. You're going to see a need. Sow the seed. Put out that fire, that spiritual warfare. Let's start putting the fires out. God got the water hose. We got the side. We know how to love. Here come God with some more love. God is love. You know that. You've been knowing that. God is love. So, we just gonna sow love. That's it, because the Civil Rights Campaign was a campaign of nonviolence and love. When they came to Dr. King, said, Dr. King, we want to do something, we want to box, we want to fight back. No, we coming with love, and some of them, they looked at them so crazy, they didn't want to hear that. But that was the civil rights, civil, you hear me? Civil, that's what civil means. Let's have civil rights in your household. Civil, we don't have the civil rights movement in your house, in your job. Let's start the civil rights movement right where you are. You are the civil rights movement. You represent, you standing on the shoulders of the freedom fighters. You just climbed off over here doing something a little different. You dibbling and dabbling a little bit everywhere. You had a civil rights movement right there. Hey, y'all had a civil rights movement. Have it right there. It just ain't in that building. It's everywhere. They just did up in the building, the civil rights movement right there. There it is right there, that building. No, you are the civil rights movement. You are. So have civil rights everywhere. Have love. Be civil. Really, for real. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. That's what we're going to do. Through wisdom. The great mind that God gave you. Rise, warrior. We are one beautiful human race. I can use your blood. You can use my kidney. I can use your liver. You can use my egg. I'm telling you, but you don't want one of these eggs. These eggs, they kind of old. You don't want to go somewhere else shopping. And I thought about that too. That's a beautiful gift to do. You want to love a child that much, you would let someone carry one for you, because I thought about doing it years ago when I was younger, and I couldn't bear the thought of knowing that, that's going to be my child. Oh, no, but I already got. And then I looked at my kid, and that's a beautiful thing to do, to be able to give that gift to someone. I thought about it, but honey, I couldn't do it. And that would be my baby, And then it was so, like, surrogacy was really kind of early back then. It to me, it was kind of early, because they did have the option of using someone else's egg and different things. But I don't like pap smear and stuff like that. Excuse me, but I gotta say, I don't like that kind of stuff. So medical procedures and different things. I don't like those type of procedures. Also, that weighed in. So yeah, we growing. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. God bless those of you, who are able to do that, to help someone else out, to give them love, because a child is a ray of hope of God. A child. Hope for tomorrow, today. A child is a hope, a ray of hope from God for tomorrow, today. A child has so much godly wisdom. A child can tell you some things, and you like, where you get that from? And a child will guide you the way. A child will teach you love. Let them go on the playground, what they do. All run together and start playing, unless they've been taught different. They run together and start playing. They made a new friend. Let's let them lead. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride. God bless you, kings and queens, as you grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom.